Hi, I'm Hamilton ALOGAGA, an ACCA-qualified accountant specializing in financial performance reporting known as financial planning and analysis, and that's further typically short into FP&A. Now, let me show you something. As you can see, I already have a fully integrated and functional model that can be rapidly deployed via Windows 365 to any company that wants a true workable FP&A. Here are the data sets for a company, irrespective of the size or complexities. The first one here, you have something from the Human Resource Information System, typically short into HRIS, being the one for the permanent employees, and that would be the same source for the temporary employees. Jump to the next tab, and then you want from your contract database that holds a subscription, your recurring revenue streams, recurring cost of revenue, transaction base, your overheads, your Cashbook, and your Capex. Right here, this is the detailed principal financial statement of this fully integrated financial model. Navigation page. From here, you can see the input sections, the detailed principal financial statement, then the management reporting package. Using this command button right here, you hit that, and right now it's going to the contents that I showed you earlier of the data sets, and it's retrieving the relevant fields and then inputting that into the input models right here. And upon that completion, we now take a look, see what has happened. But before I do that, each of these input models feeds directly into the main hub, the detailed principal financial statement, that is. And by pressing this simple command button here, it goes to retrieve the contents from the data sets I showed you earlier. Upon completion, we now have processed the data, and we'll be walking through the Investor Ready Board Management Reporting package. You as a company within the 50 to 250 headcount mark, you have the luxury of being small, yeah. However, you carry the complexity of a larger company. You may have venture-backed investors, or perhaps you're part of, or maybe leading the private equity integration build, where synergy capture is waiting to be optimized. These investors believe in your company, hence the investment in the first place. But since they are not involved in your day-to-day operations, they deserve, not merely want, a suite of management reports accompanied by corroborated narratives that make both operational and financial sense. Your monthly reported actuals, your projections, budgets, forecasts, and your 5-year plans have to be credible, reliable, comprehensive, timely, and as well as complete, supported always by your management reporting package. As these stories always tend to shape out, for the founders, you have been advised, suggested, instructed, or guided to recruit your very first CFO or maybe one other CFO. As the company's CFO, your goal is clear. You put your FP&A in place, the tools, processes, and resources that will drive your business forward. Your recruiters, be it internal or external, will post the job on one of the boards. And as the next steps would go, you would have CVs that will be screened by ATS, crafted already by AI, and then screened again by AI. The interview process, not AI, hopefully, and on the job, you get ready to go. Selection happens by humans based on the outcomes of the interview. You start the job. And when it goes well, that's great for everybody. And along with all of these, there is always the consideration and proposition of the new tool. That tool that promises to make all your FP&A pain just disappear. These are truly amazing ERP tools. That said, somehow, someway, and for very valid FP&A reasons, when all is said and done, inputs, processing, and scenario analysis, reconciliation, vetting, the actual FP&A user circle right back to Excel. What companies are now realizing as ways to go, and not as an alternative, is the engagement of professional services of someone who's already kind of showing you what will be done, how it will be done, what will be needed from you, and how you will be receiving the very first draft of your management reporting package, your budget, your reforecast, and your 5-year plan. All ready to go and good to go. And you know what? If your data is messy, if your chart of accounts are not well structured, that will not be a problem whatsoever. The accountant in me will cleanse and structure all of that for you. With Power Query, I'll automate all the repetitive things that you call boring. Yep. And I'll clean all of that, and with pleasure. Now, let's bring this full circle. Because back to where we started, the fully integrated financial model and system, We now dive into the investor report management reporting package, which will be distributed to your internal and as well as external stakeholders. Let's walk through this rather quickly. And from that, we now take a look at the management reporting packages. There's the cover page, the executive overview, the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow, the customer's concentration report, the key performance indicators. Here we have the following: profitability ratio, liquidity ratio, activity ratio, debt ratio, customer ratio, professional services, general business metrics, and the closing head count. We then go to the transformation impact report. We have version 1, post-transformation, pre-transformation, impact year-to-year percentage changes. And then from there, we then go to the next one, which starts from the pre-transformation, impact year-on-year percentage, post-transformation. In keeping what I've done in both versions, you have the profit and loss condensed, the balance sheet condensed, the cash flow statement condensed, key performance indicators, services hours, subscription, and your financial runway. Next one up is the department P&L. Using this button here, you select any one you want to, and then the numbers will update. Just like that, you have the subscription, total revenue streams, non-personnel cost of revenue, and then you have the breakout of the salaries, incidental cost, takes you through to the people cost for the permanent staff, non-permanent resources, and then you have your SG&A, headcount, services hours, and then you have the contribution per resource. That starts with the revenue per resource, cost per resource, and then that takes to the contribution. And then we'll wrap it up with the cost centers report, which is as follows. You have the various revenue professional services streams at the top, and then you have the cost, and then that gives you the headcount, and then you have your services hours, and then you end up with the revenue per resource, cost per resource, and then the contribution per resource. So off the back of that, and to wrap this up, let me properly introduce myself. I'm Hamilton ALOGAGA, an ACCA-qualified accountant with decades of expertise in financial performance management reporting, providing FP&A as a service. My career began as a management accountant, where I honed advanced financial modeling skills and gained deep commercial exposure. And over the years, I have then combined insider business knowledge with strategic leadership in FP&A, enabling me to deploy driver-based solutions tailored to real business needs. I specialize in building bottom-up, fully integrated financial models that go way beyond the numbers. They reflect the operational heartbeat of a business. How you all engage me is no different from any senior FP&A professional, but at a desk nearer you with a ready solution to any FP&A problems and tried and tested, proven methodology. This methodology enables seamless business partnering with internal and external stakeholders, forming what's a foundation for a robust yet simplified FP&A. Now, if your company's setup is already solid, then fantastic and more power to you. But if you have gaps that exist, whether in tools, processes, or resource, I can bridge them for you and effectively. Maybe you need an FP&A professional to integrate into your finance team or build your FP&A from scratch, driving immediate results, or perhaps you're seeking specialized support for scenario planning, forecasting, or financial modeling enhancements. Let's continue this conversation. Just go ahead and drop me a simple line saying hello. And from there, we can engage on a curated exploratory demonstration using your real company data. That way, you can see firsthand how a fully functional driver-based suite of financial models can then transform your approach to FP&A. My hands-on approach integrates all key layers of expertise: financial model, management accounting, senior finance business partner, head, director, or VP of FP&A, all into one streamlined service. These are lived roles across industries that include telecommunications, software, SaaS transaction-based, professional services, technology, data, information, financial services, commerce, manufacturing, just to list a few. My services are available on a daily rate, fixed-term contract, or retainer basis, ensuring therefore that you have that tailored approach to meet your organization's specific needs. Because there's nothing better than seeing upfront what you're going to be getting. The very first step now is very simple. Just reach out, let's create something exceptional, but together. For now, and until the very next time, happy financial planning and analyzing your companies. Thank you very much.